Hello everybody, I'm Brad, this is my granddad. Say hello.
Hi everybody.
I'm going to be asking him a series of questions, they're all F1 related. I've got 20 questions overall, and there's 2 bonus points as well. So there's 1 mark for each question, plus the 2 bonus marks, that puts it at 22 marks. Now my mum's done it and my dad's done it. My mum got 3 out of 22, and my dad got 8 out of 22. So if you can top my dad, consider a job well done.
Right.
So, on to question 1. So in 1976, James Hunt won the British Grand Prix. However, he was later disqualified from the race. What was the reason that he was disqualified? As in, why did he get disqualified from the race?
Was it for pushing Niki Lauda off?
Almost. It was
Shunting him or...
Well, it wasn't a pushing in the terms of pushing another car off. It was actually his team was pushing his car. He got a push start from his team, which
right.
at the time was against the rules.
Right.
So
I didn't get that right.
So no, unfortunately didn't get that right. So we'll move on to question 2. How many times was Fernando Alonso world champion?
Twice.
Perfect. So you got a point for that. Now for the bonus point, can you name the years that he was champion?
2008 and 2009.
If you were 3 years back, you would have got it.
3 years.
2005, 2006.
Right, yeah.
But you weren't far off,
That's
so I'll give you that. So I'll give you got a point for getting the answer right twice.
Yeah.
But you won't get the bonus point for that, unfortunately. But like I say, if you're 3 years back, you would have got it. Right, okie dokie. Question 3. Niki Lauda and Alain Prost hold the record for the closest F1 championship, but what was the gap at the end of the 1984 season between the 2 drivers? Was it A, a point, B, half a point, or C, 2 points?
I think it could be a point.
Oh, you said what everybody else has said. It's actually half a point.
Half
It
a
was
point.
B. Okie doke, so we're still on 1 point. Question 4. Jenson Button won his first race in 2006 at the Hungaroring, which was hosting the Hungarian Grand Prix. But who was it that joined him on the podium at that race? So who came 2nd and 3rd? You don't have to give them the order, but just the 2 drivers who finished on the podium with him.
I think one was Vettel and the other one, was it Lewis?
Unfortunately, neither of those were in the race.
Alright.
Lewis was in GP2 at that year, unfortunately, but the actual answer was Nick Heidfeld and Pedro de la Rosa, who was a Spaniard.
I'd never got that.
Okie dokie. Moving on. Question 5. Recently, Nico Rosberg was the 2nd person who was able to follow in his father's footsteps by winning the world title as father and son. Obviously, Keke Rosberg winning it. However, there was one other person that achieved this status before he did. Who was the first person to do it?
Was it Jenson Button?
Unfortunately, no, it wasn't. It was Damon Hill. His father,
Graham. Of course, yeah, I should have got that, shouldn't I?
Okie dokie. Right, so we're still on the point, and we're 5 questions down. Okay, question 6. Who was the very first F1 champion back in 1950? Was it A, Juan Manuel Fangio, I believe that's how you pronounce it,
Yeah.
B, Giuseppe Farina, or C, Luigi Pagoli?
Fangio.
Ooh, interesting answer. But the correct answer was B, Giuseppe Farina.
Oh, yeah.
They won the first ever championship. Now, it did run back in the just a quick note to everyone out there. It did run back in the 1930s, but it was mainly because of the championships and the way they worked. Things didn't count till the 1950s. Or just that dinging noise. Okay, question 7. Michael Schumacher is seen as one of the all-time greats in Formula 1. But how many wins did he achieve over his time in racing in Formula 1? Was it A, 89 wins, B, 93 wins, or C, 95 wins?
85 wins.
That's not one of that. 89, 95.
89,
95.
sorry, 89. Sorry. I'm listening to that noise.
Yeah, sorry.
Your grandma, let's go and shoot.
It's B, 93. So you didn't get that one.
So that was, it was more.
Okay, so question 8. Who has won more world championships? Prost or Senna?
I'll go for Prost.
Correct, it was. He got 4 championships, Senna had 3.
Yeah.
So correct, so that's 2 points. Okay, so moving on, so you got 2 points so far. Question 9. The European Grand Prix of 1997 was famous for its controversial race. but qualifying saw something extraordinary happen. It's only happened one time in the history of the sport. What was it that happened? The one and only thing that could have happened that could have made it extraordinary.
Did you have to cancel a race and start it on another day?
As in stop the qualifying and start it
again? Yeah, and start it again.
Unfortunately, that's something that's happened quite a few times in the sport. In fact, the actual correct answer, you're not going to believe this, is that the top 3 drivers, which were Villeneuve, Schumacher and Fretson, all set the exact same qualifying time for pole position.
Alright.
To the exact dot. They all set, I think it was like 120.713 or something. Unfortunately, no point for that one. Okay, question 10. Lewis Hamilton has always outscored his teammates. True or false? That means got more points in a season, every season, than their teammate.
I would say that's false.
Correct. He got beat by Jenson Button in 2011 and also by Rosberg this year in 2016. So, correct. So you're on 3 points so far. Question 11. How many titles has Sir Stirling Moss won in Formula 1?
6?
Nope, he's not won any. He didn't win a single driver's title. He won races, but he never won a title.
No.
In fact,
probably that's why he's 19.
Yeah, exactly. And I think recently as well, and I'm sure everyone who's watched F1 this season knows, but they might not, is that Lewis Hamilton won 10 races this year compared to Rosberg's 9, and he's actually beat the amount of wins in a season without winning the title, which was previously held by Sir Stirling Moss.
Right.
So Lewis now holds, unfortunately, Hamilton now holds the worst record, I suppose, in the history of the sport, which is most wins without winning the championship.
Championship, yeah.
So that's that one. Okie dokie, so you're still on 2 points. Question 12. Which driver completed the double of winning on 2 wheels and on 4 wheels?
Oh, that was John Surtees.
Correct. 3 points. Well done. Surprised my dad didn't get that one, but you did. Well done.
Yeah, right, he did it one day where he
It
did them both.
Question 13. Graham Hill won the Monaco Grand Prix, a record breaking 5 times in F1, making him Mr. Monaco. However, which driver took that record away from him by winning 6 times at the famous circuit?
That's Schumacher.
Nope, it was actually Ayrton Senna. He's won a record breaking 6 times, nobody's ever beat that record, not even Schumacher did. Speaking of Monaco, question 14 actually involves Monaco as well. In 1996, when the Monaco Grand Prix ran, it broke the record for the least amount of finishes in the race. But what was the amount of finishes for the race? Was it A, 2 finishes, B, 3 finishes, or C, 4 finishes?
4 finishes.
Incorrect. The actual answer was B, it was 3 finishes. However, and this is quite an interesting fact as well, 4 cars did actually finish because the car that was in 4th place, despite retiring, was a lap down. So he retired the previous lap, but he still got classed, even though he didn't finish. So the amount of cars that did finish were 3.
Do I get a point or?
It's a false error in that one. That's a bit of an odd one. My dad also asked the same question. He was like, do I get a point or not? If you said 3, you would have got the point. It is 4 finishes, but the actual answer was 3 people crossed the line.
Yeah.
The other one didn't. He retired the lap
before. He hadn't done the lap.
But he got classed as a finisher for some reason. Right, so you can get a bonus point. So you still get a point with this question. Can you name the driver who won that race? Now, I can give a big hint.
Sorry, are we talking Monaco again?
1996 Monaco Grand Prix, who was the race winner? Now, I've told my dad this, and I can give you the same hint. It wasn't Schumacher or Hill, even though Hill won the championship that year. It wasn't Schumacher or
Alonso?
Nope, he wasn't even around in F1 then. The actual driver who won it was actually Olivier Panis, who drove a Ligier, I believe it was, which turned into Prost a few years later. Okay, so question 15. So he's still on 3 points.
3 points.
So question 15. Nick Heidfeld drove for 5 teams during his 11-year stint in Formula 1 between 2000 and 2011. But what were the teams that he drove for?
All of them you want to know?
Yeah, 5 teams.
What year?
Between 2000 and 2011. So I'll let you take, for this one,
Lotus.
I'll give you 5 guesses.
Lotus.
That's your first guess. I'll let you know how many you got correct after 5 guesses.
Williams.
Right.
Ferrari.
Okay. 2 more guesses.
and Renault.
You still got one more guess.
Mercedes?
Okay, so out of the 5 guesses that you gave me, you said Ferrari, Williams, Renault. What was the other 2 you mentioned? You said some other.
Renault, Mercedes,
and what was the other one?
Williams.
Okay, right.
Anyone right?
Out of the 5, you got Williams and Renault. The other 3 that he drove for were Prost, which was Prost F1 team.
Prost.
BMW Sauber, or BMW would have accepted either. And also the Jordan F1 team.
Oh, Jordan.
So you got 2 out of 5 for that, but obviously I needed all 5 to get the point, which is a pretty tricky question, but there we go. Right, so you're still on 3 points. Now, the last few are going to get a bit interesting, so we'll see how many you get out of these. So, question 16. The famous catchphrase, "Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing," was said by which driver at the 2012 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? More specifically said, "Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing." A bit like that. I think that's how you say it anyway.
2012.
He actually went on to win the race, coincidentally, that year.
It weren't Vettel, were it?
Nope. The actual answer was Kimi Raikkonen. It was Raikkonen that did it. So.
No, I didn't get one for that.
Okay. So we're just going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Right, so we're back. So moving on, question 17. Jaguar F1 team was around for 5 years between 2000 and 2004, but how many points did they score over the 5-year period? So 2000 to 2004. Was it A, 38 points, B, 49 points, or C, 57 points? Now bearing in mind, the point system back then went 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. So the top 6 got points. Not now where it's like top 10 get points, it's 25 for a win and whatnot.
Give us them figures again.
So A, 38 points, B, 49 points, or C, 57 points.
I'll go for 57.
It was actually B, 49 points.
See, if I'd gone middle of the road, I got that, wouldn't it?
Yep. Okie dokie. So it's going to be a hard one to talk about with this one, but we'll give it a go. So question 18. Before they were known as Force India, so the Force India team in F1 at the moment, what was the team from Silverstone originally called before they were renamed to what we know them as today, which is obviously Force India? What was the original team before it got rebranded?
From Silverstone.
Yeah, that's the team. The team's called Force India. Everybody knows. Sahara Force India F1 team. Perez and Hulkenberg drive for them. Orange and black cars.
Yeah.
Them. They got renamed previously from a few teams back, but it was the original team.
Weren't Camel, were it?
Coincidentally, it was a yellow car, but it was Jordan F1 team, which was obviously run by Eddie Jordan. It went from Jordan F1 team, which was when they set themselves up. It went from Jordan to Midland.
Yeah.
To Sorry. Yeah, I got that right. So they went from Jordan to Midland to Spiker to Force India, and then they say it's Force India. Obviously they're called Sahara Force India or whatever they're called now. Right, okay, so you're still on 3 points. So you can still get 2 points, I can still give you 5. Okay, so question 19. Who scored more points? Arrows or Minardi? Arrows F1 team or Minardi F1 team? Which one scored the most points?
I would say Arrow.
Correct. They got 164 points to Minardi's 38. So you're on 4 points. And the final question, question 20. When did Mercedes-Benz last race in Formula 1 before they returned in 2010? Was it A, 1950, B, 1952, or C, 1954?
1952.
Ooh, if you give me C, you would have got it right. It's 54, 1954. Right, and that's the quiz over. Out of 22 marks, you got 4. Now, in terms of the leaderboard, you got my mum, then there's you, and then there's my dad. So what it's time for now is it's time to hand it over to everyone out there watching. So how many of you guys got it right? Did you get more than my granddad did, or even more than my dad did? Because my dad got 8 points, so you got 4,
Right.
my mum got 3. So if you beat either my mum, my granddad, or my dad, or you beat all 3, let me know. And yeah, thank you for doing this F1 quiz. I know it's a bit different to what I usually do.
Yeah, it's good.
It's definitely different for everyone out there that likes watching my stuff.
Mm.
And I just thought because like I said, it's with F1 bits, especially when I do them on the channel for everyone out there, for everyone out there watching as well, is that it's one of those things that it gets overlooked. Like at the moment, it's obviously the F1 season's finished and whatnot. And yeah, so it's always interesting to keep people up to speed. It's nice to do something like this, you know, like an F1 quiz. I mean, I could obviously test myself.
When it's the end of the season.
Yeah, and I could obviously do like a test myself. I can test myself as well, and if people want that, then please feel free to say so, because I will test myself, and I do like being tested. I would give the questions to my granddad, but since I know all the answers, it's best not, because otherwise you'd be asking questions I get top marks probably. So, but anyway. Yeah, so like I said, thank you for being my,
I enjoyed it.
Like you said, the guinea pig.
Enjoyed it.
And yeah, I hope everyone out there has enjoyed watching. Make sure you leave your like, the like button, you click that. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to comment down below, like you said, like I said, sorry, about if you outscored my granddad or my dad or my mum. Be sure to let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and do you want to say goodbye to the internet?
Yeah, well, see everybody.
Ta-ra.
Enjoy.
Bye bye.
Enjoy. Bye.